I'm curious what you think about the effect of the internet, especially the user-generated internet like blogs and YouTube and everything, on free speech in America or on our democracy. Is this something you've thought about?
A lot. I think it's too early to tell whether this is going to be the beginning of a kind of Athenaeum forum that will be democracy at its height, or whether it will be the beginning of a kind of Babel in a country where society will spin apart because we just can't find a coherent sort of place to talk. I'm very much inclined towards the former view. I generally believe that more speech is better.
What do you think are the signs that it could go one way or the other?
Well, I think the hardening of public debate and the taking advantage, the indulging of one's personal hatreds. I mean, we all like to go to where we feel most comfortable, and we like to reinforce our sense that we're right. And I think a number of places. I think the O'Reilly factor is not a healthy thing for American society, and I think that plays itself out in a number of contexts. That worries me.
Is there policy regarding the internet that would help make it an Athenian center rather than a Babel?
It's very interesting. You know, the broadcasting. Radio and TV have been highly regulated, actually, since their origins, when this radio was set up in the 1920s, I think. From that point until today, radio and TV are rather extensively regulated in the public interest by a federal agency, the Federal Communications Commission. We've had a fairness doctrine, an equal time provision, a serve the public interest requirement. None of that applies to the internet. Internet is more like the print media, and that's the way it will be treated, and I'm in favor of that.
You're in favor of the lack of regulation?
That's correct, yes.
How about its effect on education? I have a friend who's an art history professor at another university, and she prohibits her students from using the internet for research because she says they need to look at books and use libraries. And this professor is in her 30s.
Yeah. Well, I teach a course. I teach an undergraduate course in freedom of speech and press, 150 students in the class. I do not forbid them from looking at the internet. On the other hand, I call on them in class. They have to respond. They have to. I think the internet is a source of incredible wealth of knowledge. I think it's also a great risk and a danger, and we have to figure out ways to get the best out of it.
Wouldn't the lack of regulation that you just advocate help bring about Babel rather than Athens?
There's just no way to figure out how to regulate it for the ends that we would agree we want. I mean, that's the problem. We could do that in a way with radio and TV, but the internet is more like the classic come to the forum, express your views, and we'll see what happens.
The president of Columbia University and professor of, what's that course you teach?
Freedom of speech and press.
Lee Bollinger, thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Brian.